All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Cody Rich. I'll be doing module one of video response on geology and everyday life. So geology affects us in a lot of ways. Non-metallic minerals, metallic minerals, we need it for industrial rocks and minerals or deposits. And then hazards, we have things like volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis. But because we only have 3 to 4 minutes, this is going to focus on fossil fuel and volcanic hazards. So first off, fossil fuels. Petroleum and natural gas make up 60% of energy in the United States. Obviously, that's a massive amount of energy that we're using. So it's really important to find deposits that are significant. In order to create these to locate these deposits, it's important to know how they're created. Also, fossil fuels are non-renewable resource. So basically, what we have is what we have. So we find these fossil fuel-rich deposits are known as oil traps. They are economically significant, which is a big thing that we just talked about. We need it to actually be large enough to make it worthwhile to go after. And there's a few components to an oil trap. You have your reservoir rock, which is a porous impermeable portion of the oil trap, which is basically usually made of sandstone, and that actually allows the oil to percolate up towards the surface. And then you have your cap rock, which is often made of shale, which is impermeable and stops the oil from continuous travel upwards. We have basically 4 types of oil traps. I believe this is pronounced anticylene, which you can see this is our cap rock. Here's our sandstone, and then we have our water, oil, and gas. And this is how most of the traps are going to end up looking like with some variation. The oil and gas is less dense, so that's why it's going to sit on top of the water. Then we have a fault trap where you can see things are shifted because of this fault line. Same idea, a reservoir rock, oil, gas, water, and a cap rock. We have a salt dome where the pressure from the strata is actually pushing this giant bulge of salt. This is really common around the Gulf Coast. And then same as before, cap rock, reservoir rock, oil, and gas. And this last one is the pinch out, which is sedimentation rather than a structural deformation causes this. And you can see this sloping bed of sandstone that thins out to a point of disappearance. And same thing, water, oil, gas. So next we're going to talk about volcanic hazards. So in order to understand volcanic hazards, you need to know the type of volcanoes. First off, we have shield volcanoes, which are low viscosity, mafic, hot, low pressure. Examples like Mauna Loa in Hawaii. Because it can flow so quickly, you get this big, low, wide cone and gentle slope. And then contrasting that, which is what we normally think about, is composite volcanoes, which get this tall cone like Mount St. Helens, which are felsic, cooler, higher viscosity at higher pressure, and these lead to more explosive eruptions. Some volcanic hazards are pyroclastic flow, which is the hot ash and air infused with lava fragments, and lahar flows, which are volcanic ash and debris saturated with water. They both can reach up to 60 miles per hour, and lahar flows are especially dangerous with volcanoes capped with snow, like this image right here. Also, volcanoes can create tsunamis. They're dangerous to aviation because they stop and clog engines and score up cockpit windows. And then they are bad for respiratory health because the sulfuric dioxide inhaled can become sulfuric acid. And because they release so much aerosols into the atmosphere, they can reflect radiation from the sun and lower the Earth's mean temperature. Here's an image of St. Helens before and after, and a close-up of all the destruction. In the end, the most important thing that geologists can do is monitor volcanoes, gas leaks, bit bulge, small earthquakes, sudden drop in seismic activity, a big bump in steam eruptions are all massive signs that we have eruption coming on and it's going to be necessary to evacuate. Overall, geology is super important for both getting resources and presenting loss of life and economic resources through natural occurrences. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.